Welcome to a walkthrough video from the Secretariat of the Antarctic Treaty on the use of the Electronic Information Exchange System, or the EIES. This video will walk you through how to use the importation tools, and it's for EIES administrators who can load and publish information, and EIES operators who can load information to assigned sections. Depending on the section, you might have the option to import from permanent information, pre-season information, or the previous year. For example, in pre-season information, which is information on activities your party plans to undertake over the next year of operations, we'll see in stations, for example, this button Import from Permanent. And permanent information doesn't usually change or only changes sporadically. So station information would be a good example of a section you could import from that category to your pre-season or annual information. And if we click on Import from Permanent, you will see what has been entered in the permanent report and choose which records you'd like to import. You can click on individual records, or here at the top you can click this box to import all of them. I'm just going to unclick this and choose a couple and click Import Selected at the bottom. And now they appear in the list, and I can always go in and edit them or remove them from the list. And let's look at another example of the importation tools in annual information. And since the annual report is largely an update of the pre-season report with more specific details on the activities undertaken by your party over the last year of operations, for most of these sections in the annual report, you'll be able to import data from the pre-season report and then modify it or update it as necessary. For example, in Operational Information, Non-Governmental Expeditions, Vessel-Based Operations, click Enter. And you will see the options to import from pre-season or import from previous year. And if I click Import from pre-season, I'll see what has been entered in the pre-season report and choose which expeditions I'd like to import. Here I just have one expedition available, so I'll tick the box and click Import Selected. And because the annual report has some requirements that are not in the pre-season report for this section, it will prompt me to fill in this information after I've imported it. For example, the total number of passengers and crew who traveled in the expedition and whether or not it was a combined activity. And we'll just click Accept. And the same goes for import from previous year. This is going to import from the annual report from last year. If we click this, we will see last year's expeditions. And we'll also see this little I. This means that this record has already been imported, just so you know not to import it again. And I'm going to Import Selected. And you'll see it's shown up in the list here, and you can always go in and update the information, edit it, add or view the voyage information for each expedition, or remove it from the list entirely. And at the top right here, in every category and all of these section forms, you'll see this help and instructions document. And clicking on this will take you to a PDF that contains a lot of useful information on where the requirements come from for that section and more details about all of the fields. And please don't hesitate to contact the Secretariat with any questions you might have.